Episode 26, How to Develop a Great Reputation in 2 Steps.
Teaching, helping, and inspiring you for personal improvement, productivity increase, and business success with results-based strategies and action steps. And now, here's your host for the Happy Abundant Freedom Podcast, Angela Lin.
Hey, it's Angela Lin, and welcome to the Happy Abundant Freedom Podcast. Now, in today's episode, we're going to talk about why it's important to ensure that you have a great reputation, whether that's for business success, personal success, or other successes in your life. And I'm going to share with you one strategy that you can use to really help you ensure that you develop a great reputation. So the key to doing that is, the reason why I want to talk about this is, I'm not sure if you've heard of that saying where, it takes maybe 10 years for you to build a good reputation. It takes only 10 seconds to ruin that reputation. So reputation does actually require a lot of effort to go in, and a lot of time too. If you think about it, 10 seconds versus 10 years, that's a big difference. So really, it's much harder to build up your reputation again after you've damaged it. So really, one of the key things to being successful is to have a great reputation. And whether if you own your own business, or if you want to own your business, or even if you're fine being an employee, you need to have a great reputation. So how do you develop a great reputation? Well, you have to start with your values. And you might think, well, actually, I'm just trying to get my business to be known by people, or get myself to be promoted, etc. But you have to think about, well, okay, let's say you have a reputation, but if it's not consistent with your values, and people keep on referring to you for that, so let's say you might be a really hard worker, and but people might think of you as more so, this person works, but they're not actually putting in that much work. You don't want a reputation like that. So you want to make sure that your reputation aligns with your values, because not only is that going to empower you to do even better, to ensure that you are living your values and therefore building your reputation each time that you're living your values. So that's going to help you increase your productivity. Now you don't have to, try and be so many things, because when you get distracted and you try to be a lot of different things, well, chances are you're just going to be average at all these things. Whereas if you are able to concentrate on increasing and living your values and just focusing on those, then you will be able to be known for that, all right? And that's what you need to do. You need to be known for those values, for your reputation. So start out with your values. What I want you to do is figure out what are your top 3 to 5 values, all right? I would suggest at this point to just start with your top 3 values. What are your top 3 values? What do you want to be known for? And one of the things that you can think about too is there's an example where if you, at the end, I know it's a bit perhaps gloomy, but what do you want people to know you for, and write on your tombstone when you leave this earth? Because that's what your reputation should be. Okay, so think of those top 3 values that you truly have, and see if once you have them, then write them down, and then focus intentionally on building your reputation around that. Okay, and how do you do that? Well, once you figure out what your top 3 values are, then each day, see if you can just do one thing that will help you live your value, all right? Live one of your value each day, okay? Do something that will help you grow in terms of your value. So let me give you an example. So for myself, one of the key things that it was funny during my feedback from my supervisors or from my teams. A lot of times they'll say, Angela, she has a very positive impact on the team, and a lot of people will say, hey, Angela's really happy. And I didn't quite connect the two at the time. I didn't quite think about, okay, you know what people are saying about me in terms of my reputation of being able to become a positive contributor to the team and create that positive environment for my team members. And also, it seems like a lot of people think I'm fairly happy most of the time, which I am. And I didn't realize that I was simply trying to live my value. And by living my value, each day I tried to think, how can I make others around me feel happier, especially during times where there's a lot of high stress level due to the tight deadlines, due to the workload. So how can I increase the level of happiness for those around me? And I was simply trying to live out my values. And guess what? That turned into my reputation. And each time when somebody says, yeah, no, Angela is very positive, is very happy, I get excited, because I'm like, yes, they're saying something that's relating to my values, that's relating to something that I truly believe in. And so if they're saying that about me, that means I am exhibiting those values. So that's going to happen to you once you determine what your top 3 values are, and then each day start living your values. Pretty soon your reputation is going to be aligned with those, and then when other people say, yeah, you are great at whatever value that you have chosen, then you'll feel more empowered to do even better, all right, and to live your values even more in your life. So that's what I want you to do today. And please make sure to go to get the episode's show notes in terms of the transcripts, the video and audio podcast download, as well as the action steps and how you can really help increase your reputation to make it even better. I'm going to share some resources with you on that. So please go visit www.happyabundantfreedom.com/EP26. All right, and the other thing that I want to also share with you is, if you did enjoy this episode, please also post in the comment section, because I want to know, what are your top 3 values? What do you want to be known for? And the reason why I also want you to post in the comment section is because now you're building your reputation too, okay? Just by you posting, that means you're telling the world, hey, I want to be known for this, all right? Don't let the world decide what you should be known for. Decide intentionally and be proactive as to what you want the world to know you as, okay? So please post that in the comment section on that page, so that I can see what you want to be known for, and other people can recognize what your reputation is. All right, so please post that in the comment section, and that will also help you to get in the practice of sharing and living your values, so that you can have that reputation that you want. And if you like this episode, please become my subscriber for free. And you can do this by going to happyabundantfreedom.com/iTunes video or happyabundantfreedom.com/iTunes audio, if depending on if you want the video or audio podcast. And the reason why I want you to do this, if you did like my podcast in this episode, is because now you can increase productivity. You don't have to check back to get updated. It'll just update automatically. So that's going to save you a ton of time. And that way you'll be able to get my latest strategies on personal development, productivity, as well as business success. So please go there, and I look forward to really seeing you connect there. And when you become a subscriber, I'm going to give you my ebook for free, which is worth $67. I'm just going to give it to you for free, which contains my 9 secrets on how you can increase your focus and achieve your goals. So one of them, hopefully, is having a great reputation. So please go become my subscriber for free to get all my latest strategies and get my free ebook too. Until the next episode, here's to you creating more happiness, abundance, and freedom in your life and your community. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, would you please give me a review or a rating on iTunes? This keeps me motivated to produce even better content for you when I can see how I've helped you through this episode or through this podcast. So you can do so by going to www.happyabundantfreedom.com/iTunes. And I want to thank you so much in advance for doing that.
If you enjoyed this episode and want to get our latest strategies on personal improvement, productivity, and business success automatically, make sure to subscribe to our iTunes podcast and get our special training worth $67 for free at happyabundantfreedom.com/iTunes audio for the audio podcast, or happyabundantfreedom.com/iTunes video for the video podcast.